States, there are 155 national forests containing almost 190 million acres of land. These lands comprise 8.5% of the total land area of the United States, an area about the size of Texas. Some 87% of national forest land lies west of the Mississippi River in the mountain ranges of the western United States. Alaska has 12% of all national forest lands. The U.S. Forest Service also manages all the United States national grasslands and around half the United States national recreation areas. There are two distinctly different types of forests within the National Forest System. Those east of the Great Plains in the Midwestern and Eastern United States were primarily acquired by the federal government since 1891 and may be the second growth forest. The land had long been in private domain and sometimes repeatedly logged since colonial times, but was purchased by the United States government in order to create a new national forest. Those west of the Great Plains in the western United States, though established since 1891, are primarily on lands with ownership maintained by the federal government since the U.S. acquisition and settling of the American West. These are mostly lands that were kept in the public domain with the exception of inholdings and donated or exchanged private forest lands. Deforestation is the clearance, clear-cutting, or clearing of a forest or stand of trees from land which is then converted to a non-forest use. One main reason why forests are cut down is for agricultural purposes. Throughout the world, there are 3 trillion trees. That's about 400 trees to every person. Agriculture is the largest single cause of deforestation and severe forest degradation. Many of the areas used for farming animals, more specifically cows, have soil contents that contain high levels of nitrate. Streams, rivers, and water tables are all severely affected by all of the waste that is produced by these animals. In many instances, animals as well as people have been driven out of their homes in order to find a new place to live. The Wysocki Farm has been trying to put in a CAFO, which is a concentrated animal feeding operation, into the small town of Saratoga, Wisconsin. Since the town is not very big and has a very well-knit community, the people do have something to say about it. The reason the CAFO is being proposed to run in this area is because it needs an extensive amount of land and water to operate. Rome provides both of those qualities, so it is an ideal location for the Wysocki Farm. The Wysockis need roughly 6,400 acres to farm 5,300 cows and use millions of gallons of water every day to operate. The townspeople have had many meetings about the issue, and it's an extremely important one because of the contamination effects it will have on the surrounding area. With all of the waste that the animals produce, it can cause the water table to become contaminated, and that means that the drinking water can be bad too. A man by the name of Paul Kent, who is the lawyer working for the town of Saratoga, said, "The Wysockis operate another dairy about 12 miles southwest of the proposed Golden Sands dairy site, and testing near that farm has shown nitrate levels in wells almost 8 times the normal drinking water standard. Long-term drinking of water and high nitrates can lead to thyroid problems, diabetes, and certain cancers." With the help of Paul Kent, Saratoga will hopefully find the answer they are looking for and the Wysocki CAFO to be abandoned.